Hello Internet, it's Leko again. This is Chasm. It was on Kickstarter a few weeks ago, or it ended a few weeks ago, and yeah, I thought I'd take a look at it. It's pretty cool. It's, after years of battle in distant lands, a weary soldier now journeys home. The lingering thoughts of his friends and family only seem to make the trip more arduous. As he enters the remote mining town of Carthus, an ominous chill overcomes him. So yeah, from what I can tell, this game is about exploring a big cave. And yeah, it's a side-scroller. There's pixel art, sprites and backgrounds and all that good stuff. And you can play it with an Xbox controller, which I am currently doing, so I have X to punch and B to punch because I have no weapons yet. But I'm going to get them very soon. Talk to people with Y. Ah, so you finally arrived. Yeah, this lady doesn't do anything yet because I have no money. Just want to say the pixel art in this game is fantastic. And I like to think I know a thing or two about pixel art. Hello there, lad. You must be new in town. You should talk to the mine manager down the way. I'm sure he'll be happy to see a new face. And again, can't buy anything because I only have 13 gold to my name. So he says we should talk to the mine manager. But first, I'm gonna go into the tavern and talk to this lady. Well, hello there. After you get yourself warmed up, you should go next door and meet the mine manager. And I can actually buy stuff from her because she sells food, so I'm going to buy an apple. Because why not? Oh, and some grapes. Apples and grapes. And if we go up here, I can get an antidote, more apples, some bread, and a rusty sword. The sword is important. If you go to the mine manager, he'll tell you to go get a weapon before you go into the mine. So yeah, that just saves a little bit of time doing that first. Going to equip that to X, and now I have a sword, I can kill things. So over here is the entrance to the mine, can't go in there yet. Let's talk to the old guy. Welcome to Carthus, friend. You've arrived at a bad time. Not just 2 days ago, that stranger showed up outside our town and the quake hit. The miners never returned after the quake, and no one has been able to leave to go for help. I can't explain it, you just end up walking in circles. There was talk of a discovery in the mines before the quake, but I never got a straight answer from any of them. Seems like a good place to start to me. But first you better find yourself a weapon. Those mine rats are nasty critters. Try and find something in town to defend yourself with. So, already done that. Looks like you're all set. The miners were working in one of the passages on the second shelf last I heard. Take this key to the entrance and head on down. Now remember to report back as soon as you find anything out. And be careful down there, who knows what you'll run into. He has nothing to buy. I think you find gems and you can sell them to him, but they have another use, and you'll see that pretty soon. Floor 1. Right off the bat we get the Book of Blades, which is a secondary weapon, or it can be primary. I associate X with primary and B with secondary. But you can equip them to either one. There's also head, body armor, and 2 accessories, which I don't have yet. Book of Blades is a ranged attack. It's kind of like the knives from Castlevania. Before Symphony of the Night anyway, where you shot 3 instead of just 1. And it uses up magic, so I can't use it anymore. Unless I kill things, which gives me more. Ouch. Oh, jeez. Some of the enemies are kind of hard to hit because they're low to the ground. And from that chest I got a Ring of Strength, and from killing that worm I got a ruby. So I got a gem right away. God, die. And can I kill this without it falling? Yes. Alright. So, accessories. Ring of Strength, +1 strength, and therefore +2 attack. Oh no, it's +2 each. Huh. Okay. So, about this cave here, it's randomly generated, I think, at least to an extent, and it's got a very Metroid-like map system, which I like because I've always I've always liked those kinds of maps. I just find them really easy to navigate in. And it looks like I'm gonna keep going this way. I always like to explore to the fullest extent possible, and more often than not in games like this it gets me killed. But I am not playing in hardcore, where you die and have to start all over again. Oh shit. Sorry about that, I just wasn't expecting to die that quickly. But yeah, if you're not in hardcore mode, you die, you just have to go back to the beginning of the cave. In hardcore, you basically don't get to save, so you have to start everything over again right from getting the rusty sword from the tavern is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, the Book of Blades makes these low-to-the-ground enemies a little easier to hit, but doesn't do much damage. Jeez. Areas with lots of rats are annoying. So I just leveled up, which restores all your health, which is always a lifesaver. So I'm level 2. It would be nice if it told you exactly what increased when you leveled up. Like if there was just like a little +1 or something by my HP or whatever. That would be kind of cool, I guess. Well, big rat, little rat. I'm not quite sure what these do. You feel open to learning. I think that means you get more experience from killing things. But there are other stones like that do other things. There's one I think that makes you find more gold in like boxes and stuff. But I have yet to confirm that because it's kind of hard to tell. This here is a fountain which heals you completely. I think it restores your magic too, but I was already at full, so yeah. And with that, I've explored this whole side of the first floor. And stupid mouse, rat thing. Die, die, die. Huh. Okay, moving on. Dang it. Oh, I didn't go this way. What's in here? More boxes and more enemies. You fight a lot of the same enemies everywhere you go. That is probably gonna, I guess they're gonna add more stuff because this is just the demo from the Kickstarter page. The Kickstarter's over, but you can, I think they're still taking donations through like PayPal or something on their website. And they're also trying to get on Greenlight on Steam, so yeah, you should check that out. Because it's a pretty cool game. As it is, there's not much story to it. Again, I'm sure that's something that will be expanded on when the game is actually released and finished. God, I am not doing so well. I do have food, though. I will eat my bread. The thing about health items is, as far as I know, it doesn't tell you... Like, the potion tells you how much it restores, but none of the food does. So it's hard to tell if some food is better than other food. Like, I would assume that apples they restore more than grapes because they're bigger, but an exact number would be nice to know. So I don't end up using a 10 health item to restore 3 health when 5 health would have been fine, or whatever. So a little bit of lacking in information there. These red crates with the skulls on them explode, as I found out, unfortunately, early, the first couple times I played. So you gotta watch where you're swinging sometimes. And I got a stone knife, which is exactly the same as my rusty sword, but the knife does not have the same arc. You stab with it instead of swinging it, so it's a little easier to hit low-to-the-ground enemies, but it's generally not worth downgrading from the sword for, unless it does more damage. Speaking of swords, I got another rusty sword. Dang. And just because it's the same type of sword does not mean it has the same stats. I have found rusty swords that have better damage and stuff than the one I got at the start. So it's always worth looking at what you've got and what you find. So that's the door to the next floor. But as I've established, I enjoy exploring, which is great because this game encourages it a lot. Right, so this altar here, growth requires sacrifice. So from what I found out through experimenting, if you drop a gem, in this case a ruby, just one, near the altar, it will disappear and increase one of your stats. As far as I know, it only increases your luck. But, you know, luck is always good to have on your side. Floor 2. Hunting Blade. Now I know for a fact that's better than the Rusty Sword. But it has one more attack on the attack stats. So I'm going to equip that and see you stab with it. So you don't have as much of an arc of damage. But you can stab things on the ground a lot easier. This floor introduces bats, which are some of the most annoying enemies in any video game ever, as I'm sure we've established in previous Let's Plays of various games that I've been a part of. Mega Man X, Gaming Wizards, go subscribe. Or don't. Getting off topic. Let's see, where am I going? Could have gone to the right, I went left, because that's how I roll. These little nest things spawn little rats, but they are easy to kill. As you can see, they only have 1 HP apparently. Ow! And my hunting knife does one-shot the big rats too. That is a pressure plate that was already set off, probably mine. Ooh, another hunting blade, and what is that? Book of Healing. So, this is a blue hunting blade. So, like I said, some weapons of the same name have better stats. This one is a lot better than the one I have. It increases, I guess that's Constitution and Luck and Defense. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to... I equipped it in the wrong slot. Alright. Blue hunting blade on hand, and Book of Healing. It's useful to have in a pinch if you don't have any health items, but generally the amount of health it gives you and the amount of magic it takes to cast, I don't think quite makes it as useful as it could be, but, you know, it's not designed to be an easy game, I don't think, so yeah, it's handy to have in a pinch. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that with me. Here's another altar. And these blue crystal things are kind of annoying because they jump and do a lot of damage. And okay. So let's get out my other ruby. Drop. And luck +1. So I have 6 luck. Still not... I've never been quite clear on what exactly luck affects in any game where it's a stat. But I figure... luck is always a good thing to have. Let's see, going up through this. Enemies can set off landmines. Oh, I just died again. Good start. As you may have guessed, this game's a bit challenging. Not quite as bad as certain other games of similar genres, like Spelunky, where if you die, it's like basically always on hardcore. So it's a little more forgiving in that aspect, unless you play on hardcore deliberately. But yeah, random generation, and it doesn't give you a lot to work with all the time. So it can be a challenge, or it can be easy if the game decides it likes you. Which games generally don't like me very much. So, hence me dying twice already by the second floor. If I can keep it to 1 death per floor, I should be good, because there's only 3 floors in the demo. I almost went right past the door to the second floor. Well, I died going that way. Let's see what's over here. It's probably a shorter path. On the one hand, I like dead ends because it means I'm done exploring that area. On the other hand, I usually have to backtrack through an area with all the respawned enemies, because the enemies do respawn when you leave the screen. All of them. even the annoying bats, and the giant rats, and the crystal guy, slime, whatever they are. Another thing that would be nice is if the enemies had names. Because I know calling the crystal guys, crystal gel slime guys, it's kind of long to say in casual conversation. So if they had a name that like popped up when you hit them, or if they hit you, that would not be a bad idea. I mean, obviously the bats are just bats. Unless you're Nintendo making a Zelda game, in which case they're called some weird thing. You feel fortunate. I think this is the one that makes enemies drop more gold when you kill them. Oh, I accidentally rolled. Yeah, I forgot to mention that if you hold down and jump, you will roll. It has its uses, few as they are. Bat! Bats are very hard to kill with a hunting knife. I have been killed by a bat while I was trying to kill it. They are very, very annoying. And it's kind of hard to get them to move, because you see one there and you know it's gonna move, but it doesn't want to move because... Oh, wow, I just got killed by a little rat. Just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Probably not gonna edit it out though, because I don't know. Why would I? Oh, you know what? Actually, I have some weapons and items that I don't need. Like my old rusty sword and the stone knives I found, so let's sell some things to the blacksmith. So yeah, as you can see, these are worth quite a bit. So now I have 484 gold. Let's see what I can buy for that. I could get an iron sword. I think the green triangle means it's better than what you've got equipped. Or I could buy some armor. In this case, a cloth tunic. Or I could sell approximately 20 gold more stuff and get leather coat. Coat of hardened leather, simple cloth. Yeah, I'm gonna go sell some of my food if I can. Oh, actually, yeah, I don't need the Book of Healing. I almost never use it. And ideally, with this leather coat, I will take less damage and therefore not need to heal as often. So body, coat, yeah, my defense just went from 1 to 4, so it quadrupled. And I still have some gold left over. Let's see if I can buy something good with that. Doesn't look like it. Can I sell anything? No, okay. I could sell some of my food, but I'd rather not do that, because food heals, and healing is good. And if you try to leave the town, you just loop back to the beginning, like the guy at the mine manager said. You just go in circles. So, very, very subtle fourth wall break there. Kind of amusing. Yeah, this way. Another thing I like about the Metroid-type maps is how easy it is to refer to them, because... I have a terrible memory. I get lost very easily. So yeah, the more often I can open the map and find out exactly where I am, and compare that to where I need to go, the better. So, good on that. Die. 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 The knives are really useful for taking out the worms, caterpillar, whatever the hell they are. So, yeah, I highly recommend the Book of Blades. It's a very helpful secondary weapon. I'm just going to run through here because I don't like this area. Ah! Oh, okay, leveled up. I like this area a little bit more. Let's see, experience 845 of 655. So something that would also be nice is if there was an experience bar up on the HUD. You know, just maybe if it were just below the mana bar, so you can see how close you are to leveling up. Because that could be the difference between choosing to run away, heal, or try and kill something to level up and heal that way. Which I've been known to do on occasions. Because, you know, Any game that heals you for leveling up is alright in my book. What is that? That is coal. Coal is another thing you can sell to the mine manager. I don't think you can use it at altars like you can with gems. Never tried it though, so I guess I'll take a look if I come across an altar. Antidote. I don't think I've ever been poisoned, so I don't know if the antidote is all that useful, really. Maybe it's just not happened, or maybe it's just no bread, coffee, potion of health. Finding lots of food. And that was, in fact, a dead end. Dead ends are a blessing and a curse. If only enemies didn't respawn when you left the screen. Because if you make a mistake and have to go back, you have to kill everything all over again. And those crystal things are spikes. They will hurt you and enemies. They're not insta-kill, as you can see. They just do a lot of damage. Oh, there's the door to the next floor. Let's see what's over here. Oh, another fountain. That's good. I will definitely take advantage of that. And there is another room above this area. I think I'll go check that out. Oh, jeez. Thank goodness for invulnerability flashing. Mercy invincibility, I think, is the trope for that. Definitely handy to have on occasion. If unrealistic, I mean, you fall on spikes and don't take any damage because you just got hit. Granted, without that, a lot of games would be extremely frustrating. Like, I know in the first Sonic the Hedgehog, there's actually a glitch sort of thing where if you hit something and you hit spikes before hitting the ground, you don't get the invincibility and you will die instantly. Because I guess you have to hit the ground to start the flashing. And, oh, that was all. Okay. But yeah, this isn't about Sonic the Hedgehog. This is about Chasm. And I like Chasm. Ah! Some of the enemies are annoying. Like bats. But that's nothing new. Come on, there we go. It's kind of satisfying to kill them while they're hanging there. Ah, you know what? Screw this. I'm out of here. Going to the next floor. This is the third floor, and it is the last floor. Somewhere in here, I'm going to run into a monster, and it'll say to be continued. All dramatic and cliffhangery. That guy over there has a weapon, and I don't have a lot of health. He's going to kill him. Oh, no, he didn't kill me. Thank goodness for explosives. And I am definitely going to use my potion of health. Or one of the... How many do I have? 3. This game's been very generous with the healing items. And the spear guys apparently aren't that hard to kill. Last time I played through this, they were very annoying. Maybe I didn't have my hunting knife. Come on, there we go. I was trying to get that explosive barrel box thing. Don't like bats, don't like bats, don't like bats! Ow! So yeah, just kinda going through the whole top area here. Oh, the sign with the exclamation mark means a bottomless pit. Fortunately, you don't die from bottomless pits, as I unintentionally just demonstrated there. It just restarts you at the beginning of the room and removes a little bit of health. So it's a bit like, I want to say Rayman in that regard, where if you died, you didn't die, you just got hurt, and it looked like you died. So, that's nice. And I have a stupid rat. I have a feeling I'm going to have to go back through here because this is probably a dead end. Oops. Bat! I will kill you. And your worm friend too. What's in the chest? Potion of health. Cloth tunic. Oh, but I already have a leather coat. Well, good thing I didn't buy the cloth tunic because, wait, was it a... let's see. Cloth tunic. Oh, it increases my constitution but lowers my defense. I'll still have more defense than I had. I'm not sure what constitution does. At least I think that's Constitution. Strength, Intelligence, Constitution, Luck. I don't think I will switch. Still haven't found any more accessories. Oh, crap. See, this is where the whole start over when you fall down a pit gets annoying, because I'm trying to go the opposite way. Bat? I will destroy you and all that you hold dear. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the beginning of this bat! And see what's on the other side of the entrance room. And I just matrix that. Run away! Roll for your life. Okay, what's over here? More bad guys. Not surprising. Please don't die. Crystal-y guy. Fortunately, I can stab very quickly. Apple, apple. More apples. Apples are good. I like apples. Not really more or less than any other fruit, but, you know, apples are apples. I do not have a preference. Except in this case, where they seem to heal a moderate amount. And I found a dead end. Put some gold and a bat to kill. There we go. Might as well use the fountain since I'm never, ever, ever coming back here again. Probably gonna lose more health than I gained. Kill the bat and roll. Alright. Kill the bat, kill the worms. Yeah, the spikes also hurt enemies. Don't know if I mentioned that before. Just moving right along. Oh, hey, there's a big old pit here. Chasm, if you will. Giant rat. Chest. Bread. Ah. Bandana. Oh, bandana. That's, headgear. Look at those stats. A simple cloth strip makes me stronger and luckier. How about that? Die? Die? No? Come on, just let me get out of here. Oh! To be continued! I look forward to it. That's the end of the demo. Overall, I'm gonna like this game when it comes out. There's also hardcore, like I said, where you don't get to respawn after dying. And time trial, I'm not exactly sure what that is. I mean, well, obviously it's a time trial, but I'm not quite sure of the mechanics. So yeah, Chasm. It was on Kickstarter, and it's on Greenlight. I don't think it's been approved yet, but I recommend voting for it. Because I did. I also contributed to the Kickstarter for what that's worth. But yeah. Looks like it's going to be a pretty damn cool game. I recommend it. So thanks for watching this.